Hey, you're listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe. This is Eric Zane. I don't know these two people, but I know they're fucking assholes. Mike Calta and Rover, suck my dick for what you did to Ryan.
Hey, what's up? I'm Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
What's up?
Menace.
Hi.
Gina Grad.
Hey.
Seabass. There's Sammy.
Hello.
We are The Woody Show.
Yeah.
And you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start. Okay, well, hit it. All right.
Now, something completely different. Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and past it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at? Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
Take a shot every time I say and you'll be blackout drunk in 5 minutes. This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you and you. I don't think I forgot about you for about an hour to 2 hours today. You can always call me, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. My last name is spelled H-O-P-P-E, not H-O-P-P-Y. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com, and that's also the name of my TikTok, and I joined Blue Sky last night, because why not? Oh, I'm trying to be in a good mood, but when I say this, I'm not complaining, but tomorrow I will be working on the legendary MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM in Tampa. And then all next week, I'll be doing a Monday through Friday. And then like literally December 16th through the 31st, I will be doing the morning traffic on Wild 94.1, 98.7 The Shark, Q105, 99.5 QYK, the legendary QYK, and my affiliate, Podcast Radio. I will be in for Shriner. So what am I getting at by telling you my schedule? Insert person that has a parasocial relationship with me but doesn't know me in real life. I'm going to be really tired. Today I slept in because this is like my last day to sleep in. You know that feeling? It's like almost back to school or something. But morning radio is where the superstars are created. So I really cannot complain. 70 downloads. All right. I wanted to begin the show with some positive vibes, because now we're really going to get into it. I made a video that's doing very well of a rant on here about clout chasing women. Now, when I discuss clout chasing women, I want everybody out there who's going to bring the fake outrage to know that I'm not talking about all women. That's why I specified by saying clout chasing women. I'm not like Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, or Andrew Tate, where I don't think women are like awful. I think women are fine, literally and figuratively, for the most part. But there is this new trend that I've noticed where women go, we don't need the man. But then if they go through a breakup or their friend goes through a breakup, all they talk about is that man. So which way does it go, ladies? Do you need the man for clout and attention? You clout chasing women? Or could you find your own hobby or your own thing to talk about? It's just something I've noticed recently. I'm about to play a clip of Zach Bryan's ex, Brianna Chicken Fry. Her friend has a podcast and with trashing Zach Bryan. Can you imagine if Zach Bryan was trashing Brianna Chicken Fry and calling her a slut and whatever he would call her? He would be crucified. But when a woman does it to a man, it's kind of like when you watch a sitcom, you never see the wife as the bumbling idiot. It's always like Peter Griffin or Homer Simpson or Al Bundy or even any of the sitcoms that are on now. The media loves to make the man look so stupid. I've had enough of it. I have sat back for so long and allowed it to happen. Because I am the authority on all things heterosexual relationships. And I have a tip right now for everybody listening to Hoppe Hour. If you are dating someone who is bisexual, I'm not saying they're all in the closet, but a lot of times when you date someone who's bisexual, they're just afraid to admit that they are gay. So watch out. That is the tip of the day, because I'm good at giving just a tip. All right, here we go. You guys ready for this rant? I don't even know if I am. Brianna LaPaglia's BFF, that being Brianna Chicken Fry, slams hick Zach Bryan. F that mother effer. Brianna Chicken Fry has a staunchy ally in her podcast co-host and BFF, being Grace O'Malley, who recently went off on a foul-mouthed rant about Zach Bryan. Grace, who co-hosts the Plan B Uncut podcast. Get what they did there? Like the Plan B pill? Like when you allow a guy to finish in you and then you have to get the Plan B pill the next morning while you're hungover at Walgreens? Get what they did there? That's why I got my vasectomy. They went on the Updating podcast and made her thoughts clear, calling him a hick and a vendetta and a bunch of other insults. Here is the audio.
You on any dating apps or any of that stuff, or you're just not trying at all?
No. I'm totally on Hinge, but here's the thing about Hinge. Everybody asks me about other people in my life.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. Whenever you're talking to somebody, like I've been recognized on dating apps for my radio career, and they'll want to talk about the morning shows I work on, and like that's not a good sign, because that's a clout chaser.
My boss is David Portnoy.
Yeah, it's all kiss ass, even though he's been known to be creepy around women. But all of a sudden, in the last 4 years, since he hired Erica Nadini before she left to take over Barstool, his whole career of being a Boston a sexist person from Boston, all of a sudden that got erased. Never forget.
So they asked me, what's Dave like? And then there's other people involved.
Yeah, you know, you're so famous. Everybody's asking you. 2 people asked you. It's like people that claim they get recognized all the time. It's like you might get recognized once. It's the narcissism.
And what's that? Who are the other people involved?
Neither here nor there. Fuck that motherfucker.
Can you imagine if somebody would have said Brianna Chicken Fry and I'm like, that dumb whore? It's the same thing. I have sat back and allowed these women, these clout chasing women, not all women, to just run their mouth. And I think it's time that somebody speaks up.
Involved?
Neither here nor there. Fuck that motherfucker.
Screw that motherfucker. You know how stupid you sound swearing? You sound ignorant. But then again, I'm not surprised. You're a clout-chasing woman. Of course you're ignorant. You claim you don't need the man. Oh, we don't need them. They're the worst. But then every chance you have to talk about the man, that's all you have. Because nobody's going, what is Brianna Chicken Fry's friend doing? But Zach Bryan, one of the most popular country music artists, we got to attach our name to him. Do you see this problem here? Do you see what I'm discussing? It's embarrassing. And they don't realize how petty they look. It's this thing with zillennial girls and even Gen Z girls. They don't realize that you look pathetic. You're actually teaching men to not settle down, especially if the man has something to provide. If the man has a career or whatever and the woman's really into it, run. Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah, people would be asking me for tickets. I'm like, I don't fuck with that guy.
But you still talk about him, so you totally F with that guy. If you didn't F with that guy, you would be classy like Cher is about Sonny and go, I don't want to talk about that. I'll talk about it a little bit. This younger generation, they wonder why they can't find a man because every time they have a chance to talk about a man, they just trash him. Mm-hmm.
From seeing that, like, how has that made you figure out what kind of guy you don't want?
I don't fuck with a hick with a vendetta.
Well, that's kind of offensive. And I don't fuck with a 4 out of 10 who thinks she's cool because she's got a pretty girlfriend. Do you see how that feels when I say that?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Let's go, man.
We ain't playing, boy. What you saying, boy? LEP, bogus boy. I got this one, Lero. Yeah. Rap don't work. Back to the project. With some baking soda slaving over that pirate. I still gotta make quota, so now I'm back to doing what I was doing before I even knew how to rap. What was that? Follow you round, find out where you hide it at. Okay, tell you off, turn around, make you bad. That's right. Matter of fact, tell whoever you plug with. Tell them, try to tax me, I get on some stick up shit. I say it's a goal to run in your crib, lay you on the floor, put the pole in your rib, like you know what this is, homie, open that safe. You either lower that quick or catch a hole in your face. See, around the way I'm known for doing home invasion. All types of grimy licks, nigga, you name it. Bout business, gotta get it, pimpin', I'm bout money. It's what'll happen if this rapping shit don't work out for me. Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga, cooking the rocks. We make it pop. I'm good with the pop, now what it do? We ready to rock.
I keep the paper on my mind, stay on the grind. You never catch a hustler struggling, that's out of line. I'm steady flipping zippers, you flipping dimes. And I bet you ain't with a chopper, ain't precise it in mine. Still cock and squeeze, I ain't gon' talk about it. I treat this money like the fopper, never leave without it. Yeah, if you got it, and I'm feeling like I want it bad, I stick his ass up fast for that little cash. Give it up. You want it done right, better do it yourself. The more mix you hit it with, the quicker it melt. I'm in the telly with some baggies in the digital. County in the back mixing up the chemicals. Yeah, if rap don't work, a nigga still gotta eat. You wanna beef, big Ruger, keep a lot of heat. Yeah, even my baby mama keep it in the baby seat. Show money, blow money every other week.
Rap don't work, it's back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga, cooking the rocks. We make it pop. I'm good with the pop, now what it do? We ready to rock.
If rap don't work, I ain't finna trip. I'ma take it to the block and chop another zip. Fat rat sitting back watching Dro tip. $100 bills busting out the money clip. Another hit, check the spins on the BDS. I'm a star and they ain't see me on the TV yet. Even if it's wet, I'ma make it flip. Rap don't work, it's back out of town taking trips.
There he is, come on. Hey Mooney, I see you got your buzz up, but if rapping don't work for you, what you gonna do?
Back to the block, baby.
There you have it.
Work is back to the block. I'm in the kitchen, nigga cooking the brats. We make it pop, pop. I'm good with the pop. Now what it do? We ready to rock, rock.
Oh, yeah. I think rap didn't work for them because they're no longer a band. Unfortunately. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes rap is really working for you. Everything's looking fine and dandy. And then all of a sudden, a song is 16 years old and you're never heard from again. Mm-hmm.
Happy hot topic.
Oh, let's hear about that scumbag known as Elon Musk. I can't stand him.
Grimes is revealing that she didn't see one of her kids for 5 months amid her custody battle with Elon Musk.
That can't be good. You pop out a kid and then you don't get to see it.
The singer alleges that she didn't see one of her and ex Elon Musk's 3 kids, son X Ash A12, daughter Exa Dark Sidereal, and
of course they got these weird ass names.
Son Techno Mechanicus for 5 months amid
Get over here, Techno.
Her ongoing custody battle with the Tesla CEO, who she split from in 2022 following 4 years of dating. Grimes writes in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on
They need to stop saying that. We know X is Twitter. Mm-hmm. If there's somebody out there who doesn't know that that Twitter has become
November 25th,
it's getting old.
The CEO, who she split from in 2022 following 4 years of dating. Grimes writes in a post on X, formerly Twitter, on November 25th, saying, quote, spent a year locked in battle in a state with terrible mother's rights.
Yeah, that's the problem. America's like 50 different countries. You don't know what you're going to get. That's why I got a vasectomy. I'm not letting the government decide if I'm having a kid.
Having my Instagram posts and modeling used as reasons I shouldn't have my kids, and fighting and detaching from the love of my life as he becomes unrecognizable to me.
Yeah, I feel like Elon Musk 4 or 5 years ago probably had that BD and that weird autistic superhero energy where he's cool, but now he's a mega loser.
Grimes, whose real name is Claire Elise Boucher,
I'd call myself Grimes too if that was my name,
alleges that she fought Elon for custody with, quote, a fraction of his resources or IQ strategy experience. All the while, I didn't see one of my babies for 5 months.
That can't be ideal. 5 months without your kids. She must be crazy then. There's got to be something. I always say when a woman is not allowed to see the kids, it makes you wonder if she's crazy or because like the system always goes against the man. So if it's going against a woman.
But the 36-year-old adds that she wanted to keep the details of the challenging time private.
Oh, true.
As she explains, quote, this is only what can be said publicly since most of my experience these last years should remain behind closed doors.
I feel like Elon Musk is the type of cat that leaves you on red. He probably has his text messages on red. And she'll be like, can I see the kids? And he's like, he's just not a very likable guy. He is a voice of reason for incels and for morons.
E! News has reached out to
and has not heard back. Let me guess. Has E! News reached out and heard back? Because every video they say E! News has reached out. Maybe they heard back this time.
E! News has reached out to Elon's PR team at Tesla for comment, but has not yet heard back.
They have that in the script of every video, if you don't know. We reached out for comment, and we didn't hear back. This is here. Patrick Mahomes fined for violent gesture during Bills games. Patrick Mahomes got a big penalty for a game, but not for a play. As far as the refs were concerned, it was more ominous. He was fined $14,000 for a violent gesture where he made like 2 guns out of his fingers, where he had his pointer finger and his thumb up. And we live in such a violent society that we got to be so scared all the time. We can't have any fun in the NFL.
It's a 2-point game, mid-4th. It
shows him doing it. He's just going like, pew, pew. For him, that's like 20 cents because he's worth like $500 million. But for any other player, that would not be ideal. Conor McGregor. I regret cheating on D. Devlin. Sounds like Dublin. Conor McGregor is owning up to his past mistakes after his civil case. Of course he owns up to it after he loses the case. He didn't say it before. Sharing his remorse for cheating on his partner, D. Devlin, but reaffirming his actions 6 years ago were entirely consensual. Not what the court said. The UFC superstar, washed up, I would add, released yet another statement on the results of the month-long case. This time, he admitted he's far from perfect and never said he entertained, and he says he should have never entertained Nikita Nilamine's outreaches at a 2018 Christmas party. Oh, so there's the slut shaming. Oh, she reached out. You raped her, brat. I should have shut the party down, McGregor said. I should have never stepped out on the woman I love the most in the world. That's all on me. McGregor and Devlin got engaged back in 2020 and started dating long before he became one of the biggest names in combat sports. Oh, so she was his ride or die who had his back and he cheated on her. I've seen this all the time. You think there's greener grass out there or whatever the saying is, and all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's not. So, I also want to talk about this. I am not a fan of poop humor. I am not a fan of thinking about poop. Because both girls I dated, they were like, you got to fart in the other room, or you got to do this, or you got to do this. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I will literally, if I'm at a girl's house and I got to rip ass, I will go outside, rip ass, and come back inside. Or I will take a long walk to the car. But when I think about girls going to the bathroom, and like, I just think like you need to keep something sacred, because some girls don't want to talk about it or show it or be about it or whatever. But some girls, man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, some girls are like, no, I'll rip ass right in front of you. And then they wonder why they're single. Well, Kelsey Plum, who is pretty attractive but is always trying to troll my girl Caitlin Clark in the WNBA, she said that she got Jamba Juice and it gave her diarrhea. Don't know why you had to tell us that. My butt is paying the price. People, stay away. I ordered double strawberries this weekend and my butt's paying the price. And she claims she got food poisoning from Jamba Juice, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because maybe you just ate something the day before, or maybe your body can't take it. As you get older, there's certain foods that do that. I just love when everybody's got to make it about them. And I'll never look at Kelsey Plum the same. Not that it matters for her, but I mean, come on now. All right, 856. The idea of her going to the bathroom repulses me. And I know that sounds a little vain. People are like, oh, get over it. Everybody poops. We need to keep something sacred. Not every time do we need to talk about poop. It's just weird for me, man. I've worked on radio shows where poop humor is like the big draw. Rover's Morning Glory. And I'm like, that's cool. You make $1 million a year. Rover's Morning Glory. But like, poop humor is not funny. It's gross. Weird. It's just like the low brow. To me, poop humor is when you have nothing else to talk about, that you're like, let's talk about poop. I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe poop humor is the future of comedy. Yeah. We all should be doing a round of applause to poop humor. I have said the word poop so much that I never want to hear it again. Travis Kelce, or no, not Travis, Jason Kelce. No more free Taylor Swift tickets from me or friends. I refuse. And as I load up this clip, that's got to be annoying. You know, people that never talked to Jason when he was grinding away on the Eagles, doing his thing as one of the best Eagles of all time and a future Hall of Famer. nobody was talking to him as much. Like, he wasn't famous. But then all of a sudden, he begins this New Heights podcast with Travis, and everybody talks to him. And then Travis begins dating Taylor Swift after he catcalls her. And now everybody wants to be a part of the Taylor mania. Those are called clout chasers. Those are called people that would listen to Brianna Chicken Fry and think, hey, that's a woman I want to hang out with. The man is always the problem, and I am entitled to whatever I want because I'm an attractive female. Not at all. This world has gone mad.
Phone's ringing off the hook. I'm
Phone's
sure.
ringing.
Have you said no these many times in your entire life? Or what? You must be.
No. Yeah, it's a lot of no's. It's a lot of, I'm trying to just return people reaching out, whether it's calls or texts.
Right.
Luckily, I have Emily over there
Yes.
who helps me out majorly.
Right.
But it's, it's been a whirlwind. It's been a very, over the past 2 years between the podcast, the Super Bowl with Travis dating Taylor.
Yeah.
It has
been a lot.
Been a very whirlwind of events for sure.
I think the weird part is that they were only famous in their cities. Like, unless you were an NFL fan, nobody knew who they were. Now they're breaking cell phones and banging their wives or whatever.
So would you say more no to people asking you to do something for them professionally, or asking for tickets to a Taylor Swift concert? what's the number of no more for you?
Thankfully, I don't get a lot of people reaching out.
Okay.
For Taylor Swift tickets.
Okay.
It is an immediate no.
The way he says things, he's going to be great on late night TV.
But I don't get a lot of that.
I like Rich Eisen too. He seems like a cool ass dude.
As much as Taylor has said she will take care of anybody that I ask for.
Are you serious?
She does say that. She's great, but I still say no to everybody. Yeah.
Because
I'm not going to be the one to impose on that. I don't want to put that position out there. She's been nothing but lovely to our family. She's a wonderful person, and I don't want that to kind of be a dynamic.
So,
yeah, he's definitely like, I don't really need to be that attached to you. You guys will be broken up soon enough. 856-49-HOPPY. Tyreek Hill, traffic citation dismissed. He had that whole incident with the cop, and I bet let me do the sound effect of a slap on the wrist. I bet the cop got a slap on the wrist like they always do. I've always said this about dirty cops. There's good cops out there. Trust me. The problem, though, is the fact that the dirty cops always have the power. The good cops are afraid to speak up because they don't want to get into trouble. They don't want to, be called a wussy or whatever. Like, there was that cop 10 years ago in Baltimore that was ratting on bad cops, and all the cops put dead rats on his car. It's a problem. It's the unspoken thing. Also here, ex-NHL Paul Bissonnette fights off 6 guys at a restaurant in Arizona. That's a very hockey player thing to do. Let me load this up here. 856-49-HOPPY. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice. If I say 856-49-HOPPY, that means my internet's slow and I'm trying to load up. Here we go.
What's up, gang? I just wanted to pop by because the news is out there and I'm getting a lot of texts and calls. Love you guys. Thank you guys all for reaching out and checking in.
This guy's definitely from Canada, the way he says out.
I just want to kind of address what happened last night. So you hear it from my mouth. I don't know what's I know there's a few articles that came out and news is floating around, but long of the gist of it, and I address the whole thing and talk way more in detail on tomorrow's Spit and Chicklets podcast. Like, it just so happens this happened last night. Today was a recording day, and to be quite frank, it was kind of nice to hop on with the boys and just have some laughs and kind of forget about it for 4 hours. So I go to dinner at this place called Houston's. I go there like 3-4 times a week. The staff's incredible, the food's incredible, and just like good people, and I love going there. And the bar where I normally sit was packed. I sat in the dining area, and at one point there was a bit of a ruckus going on in the bar. It was a bunch of drunk golfers. Things obviously continued to escalate. They asked one guy to leave, and then one guy kept getting in the manager's face, put his hands on him.
The one thing I don't miss about alcohol is the liquid confidence to do things like this.
And that went on for about probably 30, 45 seconds. And, you could tell he was a little shocked and surprised and stunned. And, it's a family restaurant. I don't think there was anybody in there who could go maybe like help him out. So I went over, I just grabbed the guy's arm that was on him. I said, sir, if you continue to harass and assault the staff, we're going to have problems. And then they just started chucking. So it escalated extremely quickly. I think it was 7 guys that I fought with throughout the course of the restaurant, all the way into the parking lot, over to CVS. Got taken down a couple times. I got boot fucked in the head 3 times by the CVS. Luckily, didn't get knocked out. Did go to the hospital, so that's probably what everybody's reading about. Just like bad dudes, way too drunk, and I don't know what else they had in their system, but
cocaine.
Yeah, I'm very, very angry.
You sound like it. I wouldn't want to piss you off. So there is that. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. This headline's very strange. Billy Corgan, stepmom thinks Bill Burr's my brother. I don't know. I kind of like Billy Corgan's music, but any days and the days. The bullets with the wings. There was a point in 2019. I have a weird memory, so I believe it was around, let's say, July 2019, that I was walking outside canvassing for a window company making great money before COVID, before they couldn't afford to do things like that. And I was listening to grunge rock because I was like having like a very almost emo phase. Where I was like listening to like dark music, and I was listening to like Soundgarden and Smashing Pumpkins. And I would listen to Smashing Pumpkins, and it would just always put me in a bad mood. And I would start thinking about dying. My cat died that year. 2019 was like a cool year, but it was also kind of a sad year. You know what I'm saying? So we're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, about this fascinating thing with Billy Corgan somehow being like Bill Burr.
No, go ahead. Tell me your Bill Burr story.
So about 10 years ago, it sounds about right time-wise, one of my brothers was having a birthday party, and my stepmother was there, who was obviously married to my mother, not my real mother, but my stepmother.
Who was married to your father.
Yes, but who I grew up with.
Right.
And my stepmother said to me, do you know who Bill Burr is? Now, at that point, I'd never heard of Bill Burr. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a comedian or he could have been the guy down the street.
Right.
And she said, well, he's this comedian, da-da-da. And I think I even somehow called up a picture on a phone, and I kind of noticed right away, like, gee, he really looks like my father. Bill Burr looks more like my father than Bill Burr looks like me, or I look like Bill Burr. So I said to my mother, like, well, why are you asking me this? I thought maybe the first thing she was just going to say, oh, I just thought you noticed the resemblance. She goes, I think it might be one of your father's illegitimate children.
That is a weird thought.
Bill Burr might be one of the children that your father sired in his days on being a traveling musician. This is a true story. I'm not making up. There's no joke in this. This is a true story.
Yeah, Billy Corgan's sometimes known to bust balls and do whatever. But when he says it like that, he's not kidding. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. As long as the cancer thing is real with bad... I always get Bad Barbie and Bad Baby mixed up. If this cancer thing is real, Bad Baby, who is the Cash Me Outside girl, she was seen for the first time after her cancer diagnosis. You had her mom saying that it wasn't, that she was mad that people were saying it was fake. And now TMZ has caught her out and about. Now I'm talking like that Canadian guy, out and about.
Hi, Danielle. Hi, Danielle.
That's like the annoying paparazzi thing. Hi. It's sort of like Family Guy. Mama. Mama, mommy.
How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you holding up?
I'm prepared for this.
No, I mean, how are you doing? Are you good? You feeling good? You feeling all right? All right, cool.
That was some riveting journalism. How you doing? I'm okay. 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 Kind of reminds me of this.
Lewis. Mom. Mommy. Mama. What? Hi.
Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
There's a man on the bad side of town. He got a board, a new kind of board.
Oh yeah? What's so special about it?
It's got a special beat. When you pick it up, the whole world start dancing. Don't tell anyone where you got this information from. The whole world's on the lookout for the skateboard.
Because the beat's hot. The beats
you know this beat's hot. We got the streets locked. I keep it coming back for more like a crease spot.
Hey, what's the scenario? I got the video. The type of music you could bump it in your stereo.
So put it in your system and let that bass hum and let it beat your eardrums till your face numb.
Hey, we just two creeds, boy. Way out your lead, boy. Them boy bangers from the J to ENT,
from Ponside to Long Beach, boy. Get out your seats, boy, and make way for them skaters from the streets, boy.
Kick flips, boy. Big chips, boy. Overseas, here we come, big trips, boy.
What you know about this thing? Flying on the weekends, bank accounts all around the world. We eating pesos, francs, euros. Stop. No hook on the track. Why?
Because the beat's hot.
Girl, in my skater world, got yellow, purple stones. I'm a Laker girl.
You see that cherry whip, that Bloody Mary kick, zoom, boom, boom. I'm about to marry this.
I mean that beat though, like Danny Lee though. You can catch my toes trucking like a repo.
Cause this is our block, my wood, Long Beach boys and girls. This is our hood.
Cause I'm the queen, gotta make you lean. Board banging on my line like I'm illiterate.
Show stopping at the light. My rims stop. No hook on the track.
Because the beat's hot. Because the beats
we make your body rock. Now do the ollie pop. I got you tasting different flavors like a lollipop.
Hey, just dance to this and wave your hands to this and get it poppin' in the club when they bangin' this.
See, I'm skateboard. Just call me Lakeshore.
Some stones break bones, but I break boards.
Yeah, we stepping in the light. Haters, flop. No hook on the track.
Because the beat's hot.
If you're feeling our song, download it for free at boardbangers.tv. If you're feeling our song, download it for free at boardbangers.tv.
That is how you know a song is old. When it talks about downloading it. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? 70 downloads.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. DZBZ Honey at dzbzhoney.com. Lollipops, lick the lollipop, the wrapper. Honey sticks, a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high. Go to dzbzhoney.com and at checkout use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe.
Hello again, it's your favorite San Francisco DJ, Hammer and Hank. I may look normal, but the truth is, I have a condition known as autism. That's right, it's a condition, not a disease. Fact is, autism can strike anyone, regardless of who they are. People with autism normally have difficulties in verbal and non-verbal communication skills, social interactions, and leisure activities. In a recent study, people with autism are less likely to have a job and more likely to become homeless. I beat the odds by having loving friends and family, having a college education. I have even worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an honored personality for many years. Always remember that people with autism want the same things as you, to be happy and successful. To find out more about autism, please contact your local mental health center or visit autismspeech.org.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hey, this is Justin Schlegel from the Justin Scott and Spiegel Morning Show on 98 Rock in Baltimore, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe is your alternative to the typical morning show with fake dating segments.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Hoppe Hour, wake the crowd. Mike's on fire, volume real loud. Ryan bringing heat like a summer sun. Morning show podcast, time for fun. Turn it up, this Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. Syndicated, dream for coast to coast.
856
And Hoppe, host with
49 Hoppe.
Podcast Radio.
856-494-6773.
Chasing that dream.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Living large, never staying local.
This next headline is very interesting. Wiz Khalifa was performing in Thailand, and he had to ask people to stop throwing money on the stage, saying, "I'm not a stripper."
Podcast Radio, hit that stream. Morning hustle, chasing that dream. Turn it up, this Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power.
Wow! Happy Hot Topic!
To everybody in here, I love you guys, man. I want to show love to everybody. I want to show love to everybody, but there's one person in here that I need to talk to. It's this guy right here. Stop throwing money on the stage. I'm not no stripper, dog. Quit throwing.
This punk's filming it too. It's all for attention.
Quit throwing money on the stage. Keep your money. It's your money. Give it back to him.
I love Wiz. He's one of my favorite rappers.
Back to him. Give all his money back to him.
That's embarrassing. Wiz calls you out.
Do not throw money on stage. You can throw it at a girl. You can throw it at the homies. Do not throw money at me, please. Please, I'm asking you. This is a request, because I'm not a dancer.
Wiz is a very good lyricist, and you can tell by the way he speaks. He commands the room.
You throw money at dancers. You won't throw money at Wiz Khalifa.
Hell yeah, you could tell where I got my flavor for the air horn growing up listening to hip hop music and having all black friends. I gotta skip over that because of copyright. Yeah, that guy looked definitely very embarrassed. Now, this is funny. Saquon Barkley for the Philadelphia Eagles had a huge game. 255 yards altogether. And afterwards, they pranked him. This was the Philadelphia Eagles game on Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams that are now under 500. They pretty much sold their soul for that one Super Bowl. And they barely beat the Bucs in that championship game. But I'm not complaining. So the media pranked Saquon Barkley and said that they were going to have a fake drug test. Now they're probably going to have a real one after saying fake. Watch.
Is it coincidence they're drug testing you after the Ezra game?
That's not me.
That's not, okay.
Dallas tried to prove it.
Okay, that's a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I've been drug tested enough, so hopefully I get away from that a little bit.
It's very funny the fact that like you do a good game and everybody's got to mess with you, especially when it's coming from Dallas. But you know Dallas is very jealous of the Eagles and how well they're doing. Kylie Kelsey says, I'm a podcaster, launches new show. It's called Not Gonna Lie with Kylie Kelsey. And it's run by Wave Sports and Entertainment, the same company that runs New Heights. Now, I'm very curious about how this is going to go. Because here's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There have been a lot of opinions that Jason Kelsey has said, like the one about the dry spell that pissed her off, you know? There have been a lot of opinions that have been said, and what's going to happen is the fact that she might be responding to them, especially now that she's pregnant, and I'm not trying to sound rude, but she's going to be really moody. So if Jason says something, now she has the platform to respond. And that whole thing she was saying about going through a dry spell, I totally get it now. She's pregnant. I'm very curious to see where this relationship they have goes. Because a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery, when there's a relationship and sex ends and the man gets horny and he's like, ugh, because there's nothing worse than when you know you're not going to get laid and it's like, oh, I got to go to my hand. And I'm just being honest. When like either the girl's on her time of the month or she's not in the mood or she's sore from work or she's sick and you still love the girl and whatever, but when you know for 100% certainty you're not getting laid and you're really horny and you don't want to cheat, it's the worst feeling ever because then you got to go to Pornhub. But that's also why Pornhub was made. So who cares? This is interesting right here. Alec Baldwin hasn't watched the final cut of Rust and says he doesn't plan to. Alec Baldwin is ready to leave the Rust film in his rear view, admitting yet again that he's not going to see the final cut of the flick since the incident 3 years ago. I wonder if there's any bit of him. I wonder if there's any bit of him as a human being that feels bad. Like, you can't really admit guilt because then people know you did it and he pretty much got away with it because of who he is. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I wonder if there's a little bit of him that feels bad. This headline is Father of the Year. Henry Winkler stopped Zoe, his daughter, from starring in a reality show with the Kardashians. He honestly needs to go into the Hall of Fame of dads. You know what I'm saying? He literally said, you're not going on the Kardashians. I love that. I can only imagine how bad that would have been for him if his daughter went on the Kardashians. That is the show that ruins lives. And Henry Winkler, being Father of the Year, was like, not my daughter. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. This headline right here is very fascinating. It's going to be curious to see how 2025 plays out with Diddy stuff.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Text messages are being made public in the sex trafficking
case against Sean Diddy Combs. The texts were revealed on September 18th while Diddy was in federal court to appeal his denial of pretrial release.
What's very weird is this whole thing that we don't get to see what's going on in the courtroom. It really creeps me out. I say this every time. Ghislaine Maxwell, all these different people that just literally, you never see anything. You don't see anything. Trump's case, Harvey Weinstein's case, Jeffrey Epstein's case. All you get is a sketch drawing. It's a little sketchy.
Following his arrest and indictment earlier this week for sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution, he has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. During his bail appeal, NBC...
Could you imagine if he pleaded guilty to one of them? He's like, I did that one.
Inside the courtroom report that Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson read out loud the texts that Diddy reportedly sent to Cassie Ventura after an altercation in a hotel in 2016. She references security video of the event that went public, showing Diddy hitting his then-girlfriend in a hotel hallway.
It's one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen.
The text from Diddy at the time read, quote, "Call me, the cops are here. I got 6 kids. Yo, please call, I'm surrounded. You gonna abandon me all alone?"
What a sociopath.
Assistant U.S. Attorney argues in court that, quote, the defendant knew he had done something that could elicit police response.
Yeah, it's pretty incriminating, but you know his lawyer's gonna spin it like, oh, he was just having a bad day.
She stated that if the music producer were freed from jail, it may prevent witnesses from testifying against him, and denied his bail a second time.
There's no reason that he should be released. He cannot be trusted.
E! News has reached out to...
and has not heard back. Unless they maybe heard back. Maybe E! News finally reached out and heard back. A round of applause, right? Or did you not hear back? Let's see.
Second time. E! News has reached out to reps for Cassie and Diddy for comment and has not yet heard back.
Maybe you need a new approach because this whole, hey guys, can we get info? No, Harvey Levin and TMZ is getting all of it.
The texts were brought up in relation to the federal indictment against the music mogul, which alleges that, quote, for decades, Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct.
He's a very sketchy guy. Some would say he's a gangster.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnafilo, who says his client is, quote, innocent and has nothing to hide, has shared insight into Diddy's
it's freezing. What's going on?
Condition. He's not a perfect person. There has been drug use. He has been in toxic relationships, he told the court, according to NBC News, adding that Diddy is receiving treatment and therapy for things that he needs treatment and therapy for.
Oh, so pretty much for being a sociopath. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This next headline is a little gross. Supposedly, Chad Ochocinco uses liquid poop when he was playing in football. A little strange to admit. Again, maybe it's because I have the fear of poop, but it really creeps me out. And that was how he helped out his injuries. Also here is a very fascinating headline that only you, and don't think I forgot about you, would hear on Hoppe Hour. This is right here. Zendaya and Tom Holland go on a date night, and it feels very forced. It's like, look at me, I'm on a date night with this beautiful girl.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Hey, what's up, guys? Exciting stuff. I'm heading out to a bar to go and have my first beero in the wild.
He's just so like cool and polite, but he's so like beta male. And I'm not trying to sound like an alpha male, but I feel like he's trying to let everybody know he's going out with Zendaya to like mark his territory.
I'll let you know how it goes. Whee!
Tom Holland went out to a bar to have one of his new non-alcoholic beers, and his supportive girlfriend Zendaya was right there with him for the...
That's the thing too. We always gotta say, she's a supportive girlfriend. She's a supportive girlfriend. Please don't leave me.
special moment, the Spider-Man actor shared several videos and photos of their date night to his Instagram story, including a rare candid snap of Zendaya smiling on the outing. The couple
They're either going to be together forever or have the worst breakup.
Headed to Foxhole Bar in Boston. Tom explaining to his followers it was the first time he'd be having one of his bureaus at a location that serves it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Exciting stuff. I'm heading out to a bar.
Oh, so he's promoting his brand. Got it.
To go and have my first beero in the wild. I'll let you know how it goes. Whee!
For the video.
Ooh. First one in the wild, baby.
So it's a non-alcoholic beer. Of course Tom Holland would have a non-alcoholic beer. Just admit that you miss drinking and you're an alcoholic.
You can see and hear Zendaya in the background of the clips, and he also shared photos, not just of his beer, but also of Zendaya, and included a few heart emojis.
Oh, that's good. You got to add the heart emojis.
The outing comes a month after the couple was spotted in New York City celebrating the launch of the beer. Tom has been vocal about his sobriety after giving up alcohol in 2022.
Yeah, to me, this is going to be a little bit of a controversial take, but you're not 100% sober if you're drinking non-alcoholic beer. Because it's still probably not good for you.
During an October appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers, the 28-year-old spoke about his non-alcoholic beer.
No, I had my brothers try it, my friends and family, everyone would come over and we would really try and figure out, you know, how to create something that felt like it was authentically beer.
Because you missed the feeling.
And for me, in this journey to sobriety, the thing that I've missed most is more the experience of sharing a beer.
Yeah. I kind of get what he's saying there. You feel a little socially anxious.
It is actually the beer itself.
Well, that was me.
It's ritualistic. So some of the things that we really focused on was creating a real foam. I often find with other non-alc beers, when you pour it, you don't quite get that.
All right, I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. So he has a non-alcoholic beer. Riveting. Here's some more riveting news. Jennifer Aniston's having a Friendsgiving. Where is my invite? And do they watch Friends during the Friendsgiving?
Jennifer Aniston held her annual Friendsgiving dinner and gave fans a small glimpse at the evening.
It's so weird. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving. I know it's like, oh, time flies, da-da-da. But it's crazy.
On Monday, November 25th, the actress shared a photo to her Instagram stories of several Polaroids, writing in the caption, "A few scenes from Friendsgiving." Among the pictures were a few famous faces, including actress Sandra Bullock and Jen's Friends co-star Courtney Cox. The ladies have been spotted at Aniston's Friendsgiving events in past years, as well as several other celebs. In 2019, Aniston's ex, Justin Theroux, shared a selfie of a large group at the dinner, which also included Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Jimmy Kimmel.
Whenever I see these pictures of the celebrities out and about, it just has such douche chills because they're trying to be like human, but it just comes off so cringy.
That was the year that the morning show actress served a little something special for Kimmel.
The morning show was just, to me, another version of what happened to Matt. What was the name of that reporter? It's all the weed I'm smoking. Matt Lauer. To me, that was a reenactment of Matt Lauer, that morning show on Apple TV with Jennifer Aniston.
Sharing photos of the dish she labeled Jimmy's effing enchiladas.
Oh, it's so edgy.
The funny moment came after the late night talk show host jokingly complained about the dishes served at her Friendsgiving dinner the previous year.
I wonder how long they spent talking about Trump there.
First of all, and I want to get into something that might be a little bit unpleasant, if you don't mind.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But you were very nice to invite me and my wife, Molly, to your home for Friendsgiving.
Molly, the Yoko Ono of Jimmy Kimmel being funny.
Yes.
Which is, for those who don't know, explain what Friendsgiving
Well,
is.
it's the...
Jimmy, I think people know what Friendsgiving is. Everybody does Friendsgiving. It's not just the rich and elite in Hollywood that do it.
It's the Thanksgiving, but the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thanks, Jimmy. A real lesson on Friendsgiving. What are you going to do, cry about it? It was such an emotional experience.
Because I like to sort of have a quieter Thanksgiving, and I don't want people working on Thanksgiving, so it gives them the day off, so I do it the night before.
I look at it this way.
And you've come for the last couple years.
Yes.
Is this a problem?
Well, there is a problem. On Thanksgiving, I cook a lot of stuff.
Yes.
The normal turkey, yams, or sweet potatoes, the whole deal. But at your event, we had all of those things. And then, so then I'm making the same thing everyone had the night before again. So in its essence, you've turned my meal into leftovers.
Wow. He's a dick.
So what I would suggest, if I may be so bold.
All right, I can't listen to Jimmy Kimmel. I know sometimes when I end things early, people are like, please, no, we want to hear more, but nope.
Confirm or deny? Did you see Taylor Swift over the weekend?
It's Kelly and Mark interviewing the pedophile known as Bill Clinton.
I did.
I did. I also cheated on my wife, and I went to Pedophile Island like 45 times.
Bill Clinton is now a Swiftie.
Oh, God. Run, Taylor, run.
The former president attended one of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour shows in
Of course he would go to a show that has a bunch of 14-year-olds.
Toronto, Canada over the weekend, alongside wife Hillary Clinton, daughter...
Oh, they look loveless. He's like turned to one direction. She's turned the other way. It's probably the first time they saw each other in about 6 months or maybe 6 years.
In Toronto, Canada over the weekend, alongside wife Hillary Clinton, daughter Chelsea, granddaughter Charlotte, and their friends. Speaking about the experience during the Monday, November 25th episode of Live with Kelly and Mark, the politician admitted he was blown away by the pop star's performance.
What about former president? Hillary's a politician. Show the guy a little respect, even though he ruined radio.
I'd never been to one of her concerts before.
Okay.
And it was, I get it now. I mean, I understand why she has.
I get it now. I like looking at the 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Such an impact on people and why a lot of these young girls are so captivated.
Of course, you got to talk about the young girls, because you're a creep. Mm-hmm.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
I ain't one to brag, but y'all done made me have to get in my bag. There's nothing wrong. Oh, Lord. I'm single and I'm ready to mingle. Yep. Yeah. There it is. There it go. Fall in love with these women I barely know. 10 stacks on the floor. Time to re-up. Tell them I need 100 more. You at the bar, pouring it up. You tryna wipe it, I already tore it up. Up in the VI, see how I keep it PI. Left a paper trail, shout out to my new T.I. Yeah. So wait, what I say? All the girls go crazy. Even your old lady. Wait a minute. It's your old lady. Y'all still pushing Benzes. Helicopter chopper take me where my friends is. My taste is so expensive. When I'm up in Vegas, I'm staying where Stephen Wynn is. That's a table full of winners. Don't jock, just knock before you enter. I play my cards right. You see them fog lights, and ain't no fog out. Ball like a dog ride. And a simple elementary. Yeah, just like Pippin when you mention me. She wanted, I got it. She got what I want. In Houston, they boppers. Miami, they shine. I can give it to you simply. Yeah, my pimpin' don't come with sympathy. Yeah, she wanted, I got it. I got what she want. Whatever you call it, I'm taking it home. There he is, there you go. Globetrotter, Mr. International, uh-oh. I'm the coolest, the Fonz. Courtside, hollering out plays to LeBron. Ask Shaq what he need, man. Made a call, now we got him up in Cleveland. Yeah, take a flight in the evening, be back in the morning. It must be the cheese, man. And they hate when I brag, but I'm so fly, got permanent jet lag. Yeah, if you wanna just ask, red card, this is not a bus pass. And I'm turning up my mojo, getting mail every day, no homo. I blind them, they DC. Industry's in a recession, but I'm still spinning from confessions, yeah. Homie, that's why I ain't stressing. These youngins really need to learn a lesson. Can't doubt me, you won't out me. Wouldn't even ever style without me. Yeah, I can see behind the smile. Wasn't rocking with me then, and don't be jacking me now. And it's simple elementary. Yeah, just like Pippin when you mention me. She wanted, I got it. She got what I want. In Houston, they boppers. Miami, they shine. I can give it to you simply. Yeah, my pimpin' don't come with sympathy. Yeah, she wanted, I got it. I got what she want. Whatever you call it, I'm taking it home. Yep. I'm a bankhead, gladiator, west side titan. This ice in my chain to make the whole room lighten, brightly. Catch a chick's eye like lightning. Over $500,000 in diamonds for your excitement. Every other day there's a T.I. sight, and I pass by flying higher than gas price. I'm the nicest, my life is like an Uncle Luke interlude. A group of bras nude in the room while I'm getting chewed. Picture 3 chicks bumping lollipop remix. Say they can't believe it's solid like cement. She went down and she came up. Now I her, then we change up. Didn't drop one drop, got everything up like Clinton. Give me to become famous. We can become the best of friends or remain strangers. Pay attention and I show you how to do your thing, bro. Hey. And it's simple elementary. Yeah, just like Pippin when you mention me. She wanted, I got it. She got what I want. In Houston, they boppers. Miami, they shine.
Oh, yeah. Sing it, Usher and T.I.
Yeah, my pimpin' don't come with sympathy. Yeah, she wanted, I got it. I got what she wants.
I know what you mean.
Whatever you call it, I'm taking it home.
Da 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 do 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 do. 70 downloads.
Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by the best pre and post workout in all of the world. Fortify.com, FORTIFEYE.com. And at checkout, use keyword Ryan20. This is also being brought to you by Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, and that is in Tampa. Go there and sign up for a haircut and save $10.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, man. It's Kid Chris.
Hey, Chris.
The Hoppe Hour podcast.
That's me.
Look, man, I'm a fucking girl dad.
I got it.
I'm driving my kids to cheer practice and shit. I have no time to record a fucking liner for your podcast, this Hoppe Hour thing, okay, man?
He is heavily medicated, always high, allegedly, and caffeinated on energy drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Yeah. Spin the dial, tune in. It's Hoppe Hour show. Out of Tampa Bay, where the good vibes flow. Ryan Hoppe got the scoop, hot gossip and toast. Celebrity news, dating tips, we all in the know. Hoppe Hour with Ryan is the place to be.
That's me.
Bringing dollars, the love line's free. 856-494-6773.
856 494-6773, like the song said.
And affairs from Hollywood.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ryan breaks it down.
You can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I do record in Florida, so let's talk about the Tampa Bay Rays. You'll get the most honest analysis from me because I don't have a press pass to lose.
All up, stealing, on the frequency. Talking about stars, scandals, and affairs from.
Happy Hot Topic!
The Rays ballpark in Tampa. Could it happen?
Lenny Supalt joins us now. She is live in Tampa tonight. Lenny?
Good evening, Stacey.
I don't know how the local news, we have AI, but they can't fix this 4-second delay between reporters.
Good evening, Stacey. As you know, this has been a conversation that is going on for years.
Yeah, the whole Ybor City thing was just a publicity stunt. There's really no deal in Tampa. Trust me.
One commissioner stepping up to the plate, dusting off old plans to build a stadium in Ybor City.
We're being lied to. If there was a deal in Tampa, Mayor Jane would be like, hi, here's the deal.
And even hosting a private virtual meeting this afternoon to get city and county leaders on board. But some say it leaves taxpayers sitting on the bench.
And the thing is, there are Tampa Bay Rays fans, like I say every day when I talk about this. But if they don't go to the game at George Steinbrenner, we don't deserve the team. Because Nashville, Salt Lake City, Charlotte, Montreal, any of the cities, they would support it.
As the Rays prepare to call Tampa their temporary home next season, city and county leaders could be making a play for a permanent stay. The new stadium deal in St. Pete in flux.
Most important thing was for the team to remain in Tampa Bay.
This is a Hillsborough commissioner.
But for any reason, if things do not work out, that the door would be open. And we have that same position today.
It just feels like it's this politician being hopeful, then it's this politician being hopeful, but we're not actually hearing from the team. It's all speculation. If I can compare it to, for nerds listening, it's fan fiction. It's dreaming.
Should things not work out, the door will be open and we can resume conversations.
Rosarena's going to head to the plate. He is. The battle over home base, a hot topic for years. At one point, there was talk of building a baseball stadium in Ybor City.
It was a publicity stunt. I interviewed the president of it. If it happened, it would have happened. That's what I love, is everybody goes, oh, they're going to go here or here. Well, why isn't it happening then? If it's such a great baseball team, why isn't it happening?
Well, there's economic as well as quality of life benefits associated with any major league franchise.
This would be nothing less than $1.5 billion of.
This is another Hillsborough commissioner.
Subsidies.
Tonight, Commissioner Joshua Woostall crying foul, worried about the hefty price tag, and that taxpayers would be the ones to strike out.
Yeah, I like how baseball jokes are always in the news reports. Get it, strike out. And
a cut miss. They are hard at work to try and put together these economic impact statements to try and justify taking more of your hardworking money.
Thank you, sir. Finally, some common sense.
To subsidize these billionaires.
So there is that. So that was a fluff piece. But the Rays are just fluff in general. Nobody in Tampa will say it. Because anybody that I've ever, I got to be careful how I say this, people that are affiliated with the team, if they have a press pass or a radio show or a TV show, you can't talk bad about the team or you get in trouble. Why do I know that? Because I've gotten in trouble. And then there is this. More about the Rays.
Happy Hot Topic!
So is it a done deal or is the deal doomed? That is the question the Pinellas County Commission and the City of St. Pete, as well as the Tampa Bay Rays, are asking tonight.
Today, the chairperson of the Pinellas County Commission sent a letter to the Rays owner asking for an official statement.
You're going to ask for something from Stu Sternberg? Good luck. That scumbag doesn't care. And I'm the only one that'll say it around here. He's a scumbag.
On where they stand at this point, News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson live tonight in St. Petersburg. He has the latest on all this. Jeff.
Hey, buddy.
Good evening, Keith and Stacey. You just have to look at the roof of Tropicana Field to know that the...
Every boomer reporter has that voice when we talk like this.
Good evening, Keith and Stacey. You just have to look at the roof of Tropicana Field to know that the Rays will not be playing baseball here anytime soon. The question is, will the team ever play baseball in St. Petersburg again?
Dun, dun, dun.
Just like the roof at the Trop,
The relationship between the city of St. Petersburg, Pinellas County, and the team seems to be in tatters.
Of course it is.
Today, Pinellas County Commission Chair Kathleen Peters sent a letter to Rays owners asking for a statement in writing on where things stand by December 1st.
Sternberg's like, whatever, I'll just move it. He doesn't care. And I feel bad because the, like, let's say 50,000 to 70,000 Rays fans that exist in this area, you're all getting screwed.
What I'm hoping to accomplish in this letter is clarity.
Peters says she still wants the stadium deal to move forward.
I've been very clear from the start. I thought that the whole package was a good package for the taxpayers of Pinellas County.
But she says in recent statements from Rays co-president Brian Auld seem to indicate the team is no longer standing behind the contract they signed.
That's the problem, too. This is the wishy-washiness of 1 second you're going to do this and the next second you're going to do this. But I feel bad for these guys that work for Sternberg because it's like, what are you supposed to tell the media? You're all just speculating. They're going to leave. I promise you, if I was a betting man, they are leaving. There's nowhere. They're not going to be playing in Ybor. If there was an offer in Tampa, they got lucky that the Yankees threw them a softball. Get what I did there? They are lucky that the Yankees were like, you're so pathetic, we'll let you play here. It's honestly the truth.
Auld says the deal breaker came from the county when they declined to approve the purchase of bonds to fund the new stadium construction.
Very important. The county does not want this deal to move forward.
That's the Rays co-president.
We cannot keep having people move down here.
Well, the thing, bro, is that you can't just rely on one situation because there was never really a deal in Tampa, so they always had the Trop to fall back on. But now that you don't have the Trop, they have nowhere to play. That's the honest truth. And no one's going to say it, but I'll say it. Because they had the Trop to fall back on, that was kind of like it's like when you have a few girls you're talking to and you got that one friends with benefits that's always there. It's like if she were to have moved away.
Signing contracts, spending our money when it's pretty clear that there is a negative vote in our favor at the county right now.
But he's talking about the spending the money thing. Dude, your owner's a billionaire. He's cheap. That's the thing that comes down to the Rays. Money, money, money. Any player that shows any sign of being a superstar, they go, bye-bye, we can't pay you. It's sad. Because the fans are getting run around. The media's in a tough spot because they can only report so much because they can't really lose their press pass and their connection because the Rays are soft and they're afraid of the truth coming out. But I'll say it.
But Peters says, from the county perspective, the deal they all signed is still in place.
The county has done nothing at this point to break the contract. Oh, those bonds don't have to be voted on anytime soon. So we have not done anything that would break the contract on the county side.
Late this afternoon, St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch mailed out his own letter to the team saying Mr. Auld's statements during the council meeting clearly stated from the Rays' perspective there is no deal.
Finally, I'm not a big fan of the governor, or not. I can't stand the Florida governor, but I'm not the biggest fan of Ken Welch, the mayor of St. Pete. But finally, one more time, some truth has been spoken.
And they do not intend to move forward under the terms of the new stadium agreement signed in July.
And this all could have been prevented if Stu Sternberg was like, hey, I'm going to cover up the Trop. I don't know why he thought you wouldn't cover up the Trop. Just let Mother Nature not do anything. So there's that. I just feel bad because everybody's being lied to. It's a big runaround. Do you notice how you never hear from Mayor Jane? Mayor Jane Castor, she's never like, hey guys, come over here, we'll take you. Never. Because there's nothing there. There's no room. Sternberg is such a jerk off. It's crazy. And everybody's afraid of him. He's a loser. Almost said the P word for a body part, but I'm trying to be politically correct. He's an imbecile. We're all getting screwed. Speaking of someone that's getting screwed, Derek Milano. Why Blac Chyna refuses to get a prenup with rapper fiance Derek Milano. Appearing on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast this week, the happy couple said they don't need a prenup agreement because they weren't going to get divorced. Milano said, well, you know what? I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. I mean, China has a lot of stuff already. You know what I'm saying? She got her cars like that. That's hers. She got her Sprinter. That's hers. She has her house. That's hers. I have my stuff. That's mine. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those people like, oh, you need to do one. There won't be a prenup because we're not going to get divorced. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Every relationship that doesn't think they're going to get divorced always goes, we're not going to get divorced. Speaking of divorce, parents slammed Netflix's Spellbound cartoon for inappropriate theme. Parents have slammed Netflix's new animated film for normalizing divorce, which they believe is not appropriate for children. Spellbound is an hour and 49-minute flick starring Rachel Zegler, Nicole Kidman, John Lithgow, and more. As the film begins, tenacious teen princess Elian is desperately seeking a cure for the mysterious spell that has transformed her parents. To make matters worse, she must hide the whole mess from the obvious citizens of Lumbria. When the secret gets out and panic spreads through the kingdom, Elian is forced on a dangerous quest to undo the curse. But even if she succeeds, she learns that her family will never go back to the way it once was. So, people are outraged over divorce. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how short life is, sometimes it's better to get a divorce or a breakup than it is to stay in a relationship. But the only thing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is like you see Derek Milano getting engaged to Black China and not needing a prenup. Yeah, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And here's why it's stupid. Because she's been known to speak out about other people. So if they have a bad breakup, not only will he lose half his things, but he'll lose his integrity because she'll probably speak out about him like every other woman is doing lately about their exes.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Come round and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
Now it's time to get drunk and mingle with my peeps. So we heading to the club in a suburban 7 deep. All my niggas high as hell. Now it's time to get our groove on. Line longer than a motherfucker. People move on. Can we get by? Can we get drunk? Can we get into this club so we can get this bitch crunk? It ain't nothing like dancing with a hoochie with a fat butt. But if you're smoking cigarettes instead of weed, back up. Act up, get your ass tossed out the back door. What you think? Hit 'em up, tote big gas for. I'm a Mac though, and it ain't shit you could tell me. Let your guy friend for me, Rob G and LG. Loco, Natural, J and Big E. Hope you got your freaky friends, cause them niggas came with me. And we ain't trying to leave yet till we build up a sweat and finish these last few bottles of Moet. So
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
I wanna get on the floor and dance a little bit. Cohiba in my hand, drinking the real shit. Straight with no chasing, weed with no lacing. My clique be the shit, and crocodiles and snake skins. Just tipping these hoes and stripping these hoes in the club like I'm with Scotty pipping these hoes. I want everybody high so you can all feel the vibe. You got beef with the chief, you gotta deal with my tribe. I ain't never lied, nigga, out to have a good time. And for every bitch I had, a nigga never took mine. I'm like genuine, same OG, plain no me. A dead rapper in the club, blame on me. Shame on me for trying to pull all the women. I'm gonna hit them up and got death jams like Russell Simmons. Crazy, get it crunk, hit hard like brass knuckles. Even Stevie Wonder to see I'm a bad motherfucker. Come on.
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
Want me on your team cause I'm a player with skills. And I'm not from Buffalo but I'm stacking the bills. Women love this here T-town motherfucker. So stop playing
hating and be down, motherfucker. Hoochies all on my tip because craze stay hard. Holding more dead presidents than the graveyard. I'm about to have a good time with these links on me. Everybody grab a cup, shit, drinks on me. Come on.
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
I don't think he wants to leave the club.
He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. There's so many girls in this club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. And he don't wanna leave this club.
I don't think he wants to leave the club.
Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. There's so many girls in this club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. And he don't wanna leave this club. Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here.
Hoppe Hour will be right back. Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best MMA trainer in all of the Bay Area. Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com.
People with autism are often treated like they are different. Believe me, we are. Hi, this is Henry Oakes, but my buddies may have known me as Hammer and Hank. I was labeled as slow when I started school. Come to find out at the age of 12, the doctors decided I was autistic. Now at the age of 48, I have completed an associate degree in radio broadcasting and worked in the San Francisco Bay Area as an on-air personality. So yes, I am different. People with autism have no needs, no different than you. Laugh, love, and learn to gain education and join the workforce. I did it, and so can anyone else with autism. So when you meet someone with autism, don't feel sorry for them, work with them. Find out for yourself that autism isn't a disease, it's a condition. To find out more about autism, please visit Autism Speaks.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, it's MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay, and you're listening to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Did you know most morning radio is scripted? Well, Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe is not. You're juggling breakfast, emails, and that existential crisis, but don't worry, we've got your back. It's Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
This is theme to Hoppe Hour. Time to laugh with Ryan's power. Wacky fun and silly jokes. Hoppe Hour loves its folks. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Yeah, he's the topper. Grab your drinks and join the crew. Crazy stories just for you. Ryan's here to make you grin. Let the Hoppe fun begin. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Laughs are never sloppy. Got your popcorn, got your drink. Turn it up and don't you blink.
856-49 Hoppe. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Kristen Cavallari is mad that Scott Disick slid in her DMs. I think the unspoken thing about Kristen Cavallari is that she's got a huge body count.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Here's her on that podcast.
Later now, here we are, okay? So if you guys listen to the podcast the last month or so, I've been ripping on the fucking Kardashians, okay?
She just seems like she's getting bitter, especially now that Jay's engaged.
Haven't held back.
That's what you do, girlfriend.
Well, what interesting timing that I get a DM on Instagram from Scott fucking Disick.
Wow, she is bitter.
And I'm going to read it to you guys.
This is that thing that I talk about. I'm not saying that Kristen Cavallari is a cloud chaser like people like Brianna Chicken Fry that have nothing without demand. But Kristen Cavallari is doing the exact same thing, exposing men. This is what women are doing all the time. And then they're wondering why they're single all the time. It's because you can't be trusted. I thought Kristen was better than this. I guess not.
And I'm going to read it to you guys because I don't give a flying fuck anymore. They fucked with me for these many years and you don't get to just do this. And if this is not the most manipulative text I've ever gotten, well then I don't know what is.
Okay.
Guys, this is classic textbook manipulation control bullshit.
Here's what I think. A lot of times when women say, oh, the guy's a narcissist or he might just be a douchebag. I looked up online, literally 2% or 4% of people are narcissists. Everybody goes, oh, my ex is a narcissist. No, my ex we just didn't work out, you know? So I'm just saying, like, it's not everything's manipulation. Not everything's bad.
Okay, this is what it says. Hey, 3 exclamation points. It's been such a long time. It's crazy. Kind of crazy that our lives are also ended up being kind of similar. I feel like it would be so good to
that probably pissed her off.
See you and catch up and just talk about the stress and all the different things you got to go through with kids and changing your life around over.
It seems fine. He's not asking for you to give him head.
And over. Really miss you though and wish I would have reached out earlier. Just been so busy trying to be the best dad I can be.
Wow, she really is a bitch.
I don't have time for much, but trying to think about myself a little bit again, or trying anyway. Hope to hear from you. Just text me so it's easier to chat.
Wow. Maybe Scott was looking for attention and knew that she was going to release the DMs.
I said to Justin, how funny would it be if he left me Kris Jenner's phone number?
That laugh. I used to have a real big crush on her, but she's just becoming that bitter old woman. She might as well get a cat.
Jenner's phone number.
That laugh is evil. No wonder she dated Jake Cutler. Her body count also, she keeps talking about all these dudes she hooked up with. I'm like, do you have any credibility?
I call. She's like, hey, I've been wanting to talk to you. This is like classic manipulation.
Or what if it's just him trying to be nice? Maybe he had a few drinks in him. Like, I used to drink a lot, and whenever I did, I would slide into DMs, not even just trying to get laid, but just like you kind of get into your emotions and you feel like being nice. And when I drink kava, the same thing happens to me. So I wonder, maybe he's just trying to be nice. Not everything. I know you've slept with a lot of guys, Kristen, so it feels like everything's about sex, but it's not.
I miss you. Oh, Scott, you miss me after 17 years? No, that timing is not lost on me. That as I'm ripping on the Kardashians, calling them out for shit, now they want to send in Scott.
I mean, it's not a bad point, but I don't think that's what he was doing.
This kind of goes back to the Britney Spears thing that I was talking about.
The fact that you talk about other celebrities and they get mad and then they reach out and then you just act like a complete bitch. Is that what it is?
Guys, this is Hollywood. This is Hollywood. When you're out there talking and they don't like that, this is what they do to try to silence you and control you.
I kind of got that a little bit with, what's her name? Kayla Nicole. It's hard to keep all the clout chasers together.
So, oh, Scott, you're just reminiscing on the party days from 17 years ago. You miss me? You want to chat? Shut the fuck up.
What a cackling hen. She's just getting more bitter by the day. She was cool when she was dating that older guy, but honestly, he got kind of lucky that you dumped him. And people will sometimes listen to this, and I've had people go, you sound like a misogynist. No, I don't care. I just think women are just annoying. I just think not all women, but the ones that are clout chasers are just bitter. And then I'm seeing this breaking news right here that Kristen Cavallari had a relationship with Nick Lachey. She's literally probably been with 100 guys, dude.
I had So many paparazzi following my every move.
That's what you get for being on a huge MTV show.
Waiting outside of my house. And that was the first time I had experienced that, being 18. Maybe I was 19, but whatever. It was 18, 19. And it was, whoa, it was wild. It was a lot. And he had just, gotten a divorce from Jessica Simpson. So this was like the biggest thing.
So you were the rebound.
In 2000 and must have been like 2006. And it was a wild ride. And I remember the tabloids would like compare me to Jessica Simpson and say I was stealing her red carpet poses.
You might have been.
I'm like, stealing her red carpet poses. There's like 4 poses you can do on a red carpet. Like,
she is living in the past. Get over it, Kristen, and get back with that 24-year-old. That's when you were cool. I love this theme song. Wendy Williams. People compare me to her because we're both outspoken on celebrities. I'll take it. I'm just not a bad person behind the scenes. But there's this right here. Wendy Williams, permanently incapacitated from dementia battle. Things don't look good for Wendy Williams. Her battle with dementia has left the former talk show host permanently incapacitated. At least according to her guardian. In a new legal filing obtained by TMZ, Wendy's guardian claims she has been afflicted by early onset dementia and as a result has been cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. I'm not going to say that poor thing, she was bad to a lot of people, but this is what karma is. You talk about people, then it catches up to you. Oh, you did? Not so good. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Machine Gun Kelly is gearing up for a parenthood journey with Megan Fox.
It's very strange seeing him in pink.
After the Transformers actress, who shares kids Noah, Bodhi, and Journey with ex-Brian Austin Green, announced that she and the rapper are expecting a baby together, MGK is sharing his reaction and noted his focus as of late. He writes in a November 25th post on X, formerly Twitter, quote,
"You can stop saying that.
Isolating myself in the desert next week to restart this album from scratch. When inspiration flows through me unblocked, we will reach the destination in no time. Don't worry, after all, I'm about to be a dad again."
I forgot he was a dad already. He seems like a great dad to that kid, by the way.
MGK, whose real name is Colson Baker,
I would call myself MGK too if that was my name.
And is already dad to 15-year-old daughter Cassie with ex Emma Cannon, gushed over the exciting news exactly 2 weeks after Megan announced the couple's new baby on Instagram. Megan wrote in a November 11th Instagram post, which included a photo of her cradling her baby bump and a positive pregnancy test, quote, "Nothing is really lost. Welcome back." And while the couple's pregnancy news is exciting for fans, MGK and Megan have been dropping hints for a few months. After all, the news of the couple's expanding family comes just 3 months after Megan played an expecting mother in MGK and Jelly Roll's Lonely Road music video.
So she was either pregnant then or trying to get pregnant or manifesting it.
At the time, MGK explained that Megan's pregnancy was just for the video, but said that there was meaning behind it while speaking on an August episode of the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul.
Is she pregnant or was that?
No, that was a music video. Again, that's like, I like to leave a lot of stuff up for interpretation. There's a reason behind every single thing that happened in that music video.
Oh, really?
Even with, some part of me is like, leave art up for interpretation. I guess that's where I'll leave it.
Okay, got it. And then there is this.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Megan Fox is bumping. The actress who recently revealed she and Machine Gun Kelly are expecting a baby together shows off her growing baby bump during a holiday shopping trip in Los Angeles on November 24th. The mama-to-be, who shares 3 kids already with ex-Brian Austin Green, proudly shows off her belly as she rocks a gorgeous sheer burgundy dress.
I forgot she had that many kids with him.
It's not the first time since announcing her baby news that Megan has put her bump on display. In a video posted by her makeup artist, the 38-year-old previously gave fans a peek at her risque lingerie look ahead of the GQ Man of the Year party in LA, where she sported a sexy lace cutout dress, giving a peek at her growing bump.
It's a visual, so we will move on, but she looks very beautiful. This headline, I played it before, but I'll play it again.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Are you good? You feeling good? You feeling all right? All right, cool.
Bad baby, real name Danielle Brigoli, giving a small health update weeks after revealing she has cancer.
Everybody has bumps in their road and everybody goes through things.
That's a 21-year-old walking into LAX with her daughter, Callie Love.
How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you holding up?
I'm not prepared for this.
No, I mean, how are you doing? Are you good? You feeling good? You feeling all right? All right, cool.
This comes 2 weeks after TMZ confirmed the rapper's cancer diagnosis. A family source telling the outlet she's currently under the care of a doctor.
That's good. It's very sad. Like, she's had a tragic life in a way.
It's really hard.
While it's unclear what kind of cancer she has or what her treatment plan and prognosis are, her mom, Barbara, is speaking out on Instagram.
And I pray to God one of your children never get cancer, okay?
I can see with the way she's talking where bad baby gets it from.
Had it twice.
I just try to keep like a lot of my personal stuff off the internet.
No, you don't. I follow you on Snapchat. All you do is post stuff. That's a lie. That was in 2020.
News coming shortly after Bad Baby called out fans on Instagram, worried about her appearance.
People are so rude. Like, I forget, there was a Chicago sports reporter that commented on Walter Payton's looks in the 90s, and then he died of cancer. Like, you never know what someone's going through.
Writing on her story, "I'm sorry, my cancer medicine made me lose weight. I'm slowly gaining it back. So stop running with the worst narratives."
What's been the hardest part of fame for you, and what can we do to help change that trajectory?
Stop judging her.
I just want people to understand that I'm not going to be that 14-year-old girl forever. Every time I explain myself, my words get twisted and flipped and everything. It feels like you're trapped in a box.
Dr. Phil was supposed to be like that voice of reason. But he seems to ruin lives more.
Like, there's nowhere to push out of, because everywhere you push out, you're just gonna go into another box. But it's like, sometimes I just have to tell myself, like, it is what it is. Like, okay, it's not gonna kill you. Things people say aren't gonna kill you. It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna take your money away. It's not gonna do this, not gonna do that.
Yeah, she is making good money on OnlyFans.
I don't have the same attitude. Yes, I may have felt one way about something when I was younger. Now I feel different.
All right, so there is that. And then there's this headline.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Vittoria Soretti are sparking engagement rumors, but here's the truth.
They're not going to get engaged. He loves younger girls. It's kind of getting weird at this point.
Amid viral speculation that the 50-year-old actor has popped the question.
I can't believe it. It seems like he just turned 40. Like, stuff like that makes me feel old when I hear that he's 50.
To his 26-year-old model girlfriend. E! News can confirm that the story is just a rumor and that the two are actually not engaged.
Did you hear that? E! News was able to confirm something. You guys did it.
The rumor shocked fans and created a firestorm online, as some questioned whether one of Hollywood's most notoriously eligible bachelors would finally settle down.
Never.
He and the Italian model have been dating since 2023.
If you were to put every girl he's ever hooked up with in a line, they literally all look the same. It's a skinny model type.
Prior to that, Leo was linked to model Gigi Hadid.
I know this is a visual and this is an audio-only podcast, but the girl that they're showing now looks like the last girl. It's insane.
And Daisy Jones and the Six-star Camila Morrone.
That girl's cute.
Vittoria recently made headlines when she walked the runway at the...
All right, so now they're just showing pictures of the hot girls he's hooked up with, and it's kind of a visual. This headline is the movie Idiocracy.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
A TikTok creator with 300,000 followers is arrested for shoplifting at a Target store, according to police. Cape Coral, Florida investigators say the suspect, Marlena Velez, scanned false barcodes with cheaper prices at the self-checkout line, allegedly stealing about $500 worth of merchandise.
What a moron.
The store's loss prevention team asked police to help identify the suspect. When police shared the photo online, one anonymous caller possibly recognized the woman in the photo as Velez, a vlogger who posts videos of her day-to-day.
That's what happens when you're famous. You can't shoplift.
Just like this one.
So there is that. And then there's this headline here. People were very surprised by this, but places don't pay that much money.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Hamilton's Anthony Ramos reveals how much Broadway actors really make.
But I was still struggling in New York. Yeah. That's the thing.
Anthony Ramos is pulling back the curtain on the financial realities of Broadway performers. The original Hamilton star reveals what he really got paid while appearing in the smash hit musical during its early days, telling Vivian too on her SoFi podcast, Richer Lives, when asked what it was like when he got his first Hamilton paycheck.
Yo, it was nice. Well, no. Actually, it wasn't. Oh. Because we were off Broadway, and I was making like $420 a week doing
relatable
the same show we did on Broadway. Yeah, getting that first paycheck was great because I was getting paid to do something something I love. But I was still struggling in New York. Yeah. That's the thing. Like,
while paychecks
yeah, there's really no reason anymore to live in New York City. The New York City of back in the day does not exist.
Increased when the Lin-Manuel Miranda written musical moved to Broadway in July 2015. Anthony shares that most performers' finances were likely still pretty precarious.
When we got to Broadway, like that's how
there was a jump.
You get paid better on Broadway, but
of course,
even on Broadway, it can still be tough.
So there is that, and then there's this headline from this creepy alleged pedophile.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Drake is filing a petition against Universal Music Group and Spotify, accusing the companies of, quote, artificially inflating the spread of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
He's just mad that he lost that battle. What a creep.
In the New York court filing, Drake alleges UMG and Spotify, quote, deceived consumers into believing the song was more popular than it was.
Okay. But your music sucks now.
Manipulating the streaming services to...
All right, I got to skip over this because of the song.
Make the song go viral. UMG...
I hate that I can't play this, but pretty much he's suing and stepping up feud with Kendrick Lamar. I just got to skip over this because of the music. Don't feel like getting a copyright strike from that pedophile.
It was all a dream, Biggie.
Even though Kendrick's not a pedophile, but you know what I'm saying. All right.
Dream, Biggie, and the world that made him. Justin Tinsley joins me now for more. Justin, thanks for coming on. First, I just want to get your reaction. What did you think when you first heard the claims in this petition?
Wow. Like, in the history of rap beef and all the rap beefs that I've covered in my career and all the rap beefs that I've read about over the course of the genre's entire history, from Ice Cube and NWA to obviously Tupac and Biggie, Jay-Z and Nas.
This is the biggest bitch move.
So on and so forth. You've never actually seen potential litigation come into play. So when I saw this drop yesterday, I was like, wow, this is definitely a new frontier in terms of rap beef.
Now, how big of a deal is it for a star like Drake to be alleging that one of the largest music labels in the world and streaming platforms in the world were basically conspiring against him to promote this diss track?
It's a potential bombshell, because what he filed was a petition, which is not to be confused with the lawsuit. Basically, a petition is going to allow his lawyers to look at evidence or search for evidence that they alleged in that petition. Now, if they find things to their liking or find things to their interest, they could potentially file a lawsuit. But like you said, this is one of the biggest stars in the world, one of the biggest music labels in the world, one of the biggest streaming platforms in the world, and
we got it.
He's alleging foul play. He's alleging that they juked the numbers in terms of helping his rival, his foe out, and in terms to hurt him. So it could potentially be a major lawsuit when we're looking at in terms of the intersections of the criminal, not criminal justice system, but law enforcement, law, courts, and hip hop, which are.
All right. So there's that guy with the analysis, but this is Hoppe Hour, where I give my analysis.
Whoa! Hot Topic.
Eric and Lyle were expected to appear remotely in court today from their San Diego prison, but that fell apart due to technical issues. The judge, however,
that's the problem with Zoom in these videos. They don't always work.
Did set a new date for their resentencing hearing after what was a pretty chaotic day outside court.
Guys, please.
Watch it. Don't trip. Don't trip.
What do you say to them with a delay like today?
They're going to be getting out by Christmas.
More than 50 photographers scrambled to get shots of Eric and Lyle's relatives as they entered court. 2 of them were actually allowed to testify today because of their advanced ages. 85-year-old Terry Baralt, who is the sister of Jose Menendez, and Joan Vandermolen, who is the sister of Kitty Menendez. She turns 94 tomorrow.
Yeah, these morons don't deserve to be released. It's just these weird people that are obsessed with murder and true crime. They romanticize things because they have daddy issues.
Both made impassioned pleas with the judge to send the brothers home.
Are you hopeful that they're going to get out by Christmas?
Yes. That seems impossible now after a judge pushed back a December resentencing hearing to January 30th.
One likely factor in resentencing, Eric and Lyle's conduct during their nearly 35 years in prison.
They have helped so many other inmates. They have.
Oh my God, of course the liberal view would be what else are you going to do in prison? If you're going to want to get released, of course you're going to be nice. They killed their parents. This world has gone mad.
Received college degrees.
The resentencing is, who are they now? Are they likely to reoffend? Have they been good prisoners?
They might not reoffend, but that doesn't mean you get released.
Can't think of 2 more exemplary people.
Oh, screw this. I'm not listening to this garbage. This world's gone mad, like I just said.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Hugh Grant gives his take on Luann de Lesseps' claim she had a heavy makeout session with him in the Hamptons. The Love Actually star dishes out a little, well, actually, in a post on X, after the Real Housewives alum said in a recent interview that she played tonsil hockey with Hugh. The actor says in his post, "Steady on. I do remember meeting a charming Real Housewife of New York in a restaurant, but I'd like to stress it was about 15 years ago." He adds, "I don't recall shots or kissing, but her memory might be better than mine."
No, he did it.
Luann made the claim in an interview with 2Fab, published November 22nd. In the chat, the former Real Housewife said she set up a clever ploy to meet the actor at a Hamptons restaurant called Pierre's.
At least he's not getting a prostitute.
Saying, "I called and said, get the table right next to Hugh Grant."
Oh, so you're a cloud chaser. The first boomer cloud chaser we've ever seen.
Tick-tock, clock's a joker playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Like clockwork to a show, and now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine, the void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent vibe, but coming to an end like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe Hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe
Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.